What's going on, everybody? We are back here with some more Aetherdrift Standard from the Pro Tour, and we've played a lot of different decks over the past week and a half, depending on when this goes up. And I've been saying this over the past couple of days. There's a lot of really interesting things that came out of the Pro Tour. A lot of people will look at this top 8 and say 3 red decks, 3 domain decks, that 1 Golgari Graveyard deck, and the Jeskai Oculus deck. And people are going to maybe poo-poo the top 8, but there is a decent amount of innovation. Even though maybe a lot of those decks didn't necessarily do that well, there's still a lot to work on, a lot of things to try out here. And what we are doing today is we are playing the ChannelFireball deck. This is the deck list that Gabe Nassif, Jim Davis, I think Sam Party, I think there were a couple other people that played this one. And this is Jeskai Oculus, but not your grandmother's Jeskai Oculus. So Jim Davis did a very, very phenomenal deck tech, so I would recommend it. Go check out his channel if you want to hear his insight and thoughts on the deck. But basically what they did is they took the Jeskai Oculus shell that a lot of people were playing, where you had Fear of Missing Out and Steamcore Scholar to discard Oculus, and then reanimate with Recommission and Helping Hand. So you kind of start there. That's step 1. And a lot of people with the Jeskai Oculus deck leading up to the Pro Tour, a lot of lists online had Inti. And I think they quickly identified that Inti was probably the single weakest card in the deck, which I agree with. I played a lot of that Jeskai Oculus deck before the PT, and I was really never a big fan of Inti. Just kind of didn't really do all that much. It was slow. You had to have something else in play already to attack with it. It doesn't cut the mustard these days. So they basically said, okay, let's swap Inti for Profts, because Profts is a way to... I'm trying to think of this. It's very good against Graveyard Hate, because your deck naturally draws a lot of cards between Fear of Missing Out and Steamcore Scholar, so you have those ways to draw extra cards. And Profts is one of the few threats that works through something like a Rest in Peace, where Fear of Missing Out kind of gets shut off because you lose Delirium, and obviously you can't ever cast Oculus through a Rest in Peace, so you need something. And not only with Profts, they also decided, okay, well, if we're playing Profts, we need a good 1-drop. A lot of the Oculus decks before were playing Spyglass Siren, but Stormchaser's talent is kind of just the nuts. Even if you're not like going super hard with it and playing all the Pixie stuff and Fear of Isolation, just talent by itself, this deck has a lot of non-creature spells, so the Otter can frequently be a 2/2 or a 3/3 attacking, and it's also a 1-drop to curve into Profts, where if you're playing with Profts, you kind of really want something on turn 1 to get that immediate counter, because it kind of feels bad when you play Profts and don't get the first counter. And then now that you're playing Talent, you can also play Town, because Town is sort of solves this deck's problems, where it had a little bit of weakness against decks that were playing bigger creatures like Shieldred and Archfiend of the Dross, and people don't play demons anymore. But you get the point, right? Bigger creatures, kind of tough for the red Torch the Tower deck to deal with, and Town kind of answers all of them. And Town plus Talent is also a phenomenal engine when you can't do the Oculus stuff. So just makes a lot of sense. You got your normal removal spells like Torches. They played a Bolt and a Pyroclasm main. I actually kind of like the high impact 1-ofs main, because you have Scholar and Fear to loot them away in matchups where they're bad. So playing a card like Pyroclasm and Loran makes a lot of sense in a deck like this. Mana base, nothing too crazy. And then they decided to play Break the Spell in the sideboard, which is interesting as their disenchant. I think I kind of understand it, because in the situations where they like, if you draw Break the Spell and they don't have a target, you can always target your own stuff in response to their disenchant to cycle it. So it has this like built-in cycling mechanic, which is interesting. And then the other thing that I wanted to highlight about their sideboard was a Chandra and a Ral. So they have a lot more stuff post-board against heavy Graveyard Hate, where they can board into just like these 2 Planeswalkers, have the Stormchaser's talents and the Profts. So a lot of stuff going on in the post-board games there too. But yeah, again, this is the ChannelFireball Jeskai Oculus deck. Looks really sweet. Can't wait to try it out, and I can't wait to show you guys the games. So I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Bro, egg salad? At this time of the day? You kidding me? It's too early for egg salad. What are your thoughts on just egg salad in general? Are you a fan or are you not a fan? Last 3 streams that started with Just Guy. Yeah, I mean, it kind of has. That wasn't necessarily on purpose. It just, like, the way that it kind of worked out. But I obviously didn't want to play all of the Oculus decks at the same time, but there was enough difference between all 3 of Oculus decks that I at least wanted to try all of them. Torch. Has the blue-white artifacts deck been replaced by Pixie? I wouldn't necessarily say that it's been replaced, per se. But... ooh, like that. I've not seen a lot of people playing the blue-white artifacts deck. I mean, I would say those 2 decks are very different, so I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, one replaced the other, but... yeah, this is the CFB version. So the first couple of days we tried... well, day one we tried the Japanese version, which we promptly went 0-3 with, and then yesterday we tried the Monument version, which I don't know what team played that. I know there was 3 people that played the Just Guy Monument deck. I don't know if it was specifically, like, a team that played it, per se, but... Blue-black mid. No, I think they're... well, I was gonna say they're demons, but... chat? I need help? I don't know how I beat that. Chat, please help. How do I defeat a Shieldred the Apocalypse? Asking for a friend. Guess we can chump block for a little bit. Can chump block and try to race with Oculus. I mean, if they don't have a kill spell, we're not that far away from killing them with Oculus. Especially with double fear of missing out. Well, the thing is, I don't have a bounce spell yet. That's the problem with that line is I am not currently able to bounce it. Yeah, I mean, if I draw town, we're chilling, but... I'm saying if I don't draw town, we're kind of fucked. Yeah, I mean, I got a cycle. -2? I got some life to work with. Maybe they won't tap the Oculus. F. Down me. Alright, I have an idea. This is going to look really weird, but I have an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but just let me cook, alright? Yeah, -2. Play this. Go to combat. Counters here. Send these 2. Untap this. You know you want to block with that Shieldred. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so trade there. And then second combat, put counters here. Attack before blocks. Sack talent. Now, I know they're going to get the shuffle away the Oculus, but at least they don't have a Shieldred, right? And if they shuffle away the Oculus with the Drowner, I at least still have a fear of missing out, and they can't attack me with the Reef this turn. That's kind of good, too, because we can mill town and then pick it up with talent. Go to 1? No, because I can trade face down for Drowner. If they animate the Reef, I just snap trade. Yeah, so they can't even do that. They have to do this. Can I flip in Helping Hand? No, I only have 6 mana. I need to find an untapped land. Because I need 4 for this, 1 for Helping Hand, and 2 to flip. But I can find an untapped land, so I think I'm going to go for that. Just untapped land for lethal. I guess they could have a counterspell in hand. Okay, they don't have a counterspell. Did not exactly draw an untapped land. I mean, I could take 4 from the Reef, right? They go to 5. The best they can do is deal me 4. Hold. Auto tapper. I specifically wanted to leave up a red because I have fear of missing out. And I don't have a Boros land. That wasn't an auto tapper situation. That was on purpose. I had to leave up red. Okay. So they kind of have to take the helping hand, right? Yeah, sure. Huge. It's a big pickup. Damn. Remember when I asked how was I going to beat this Shieldred? Turns out we found the answer. We definitely found the answer. Okay, Dimir mid, not bounce. Worth noting, not bounce. Okay, evil is good. Plenty of evil to be destroyed in this matchup. Could do counterspell for Shelly too. Is not bad. Evil, get lost. I probably want the Planeswalkers. I don't know if they're going to be super heavy on graveyard hate, but Clasm out. I don't know if Pierce is that good against them. I don't think it is. I maybe cut the Bolt. But the Bolt does kill Preacher, so it is kind of nice. Could shave the second Recommission. Let's try that. This might be too many torches, but Dimir mid usually has, you know, Flood Pits, Drowner, Fairy, Mastermind. They usually have a decent number of targets for Torch. They have Tishana's post board. Isla Pass. Bro, that is not white mana. Don't do this to me. Arena, please. I thought we talked about this. The issue with Nemesis is they play a bunch of black kill spells, like Nowhere to Run and all that kind of stuff, so I don't think Nemesis is where you want to be. It's also not that great against Flood Pits. You got Mastermind? Okay, that's good. Chandra's gonna cook this game. Cut down. Yeah, man, the profs with extra combat steps is really something else. It gets out of hand sometimes. Awkward. I don't know what I want to discard. I don't want to discard any of these cards. But I do want to cast the Fear to try and find land 4. I think it's Destroy Evil. Because at least if they play Shelly, I can town it. Okay, well, never mind. I guess there's no decision then. Do I feel this deck is better than yesterday's version with the Monument? I'm not sure yet. This is only my first match with the Town Talent version. I think there are definitely pluses and minuses. It kind of all depends on where you want to position yourself against the Graveyard Hate, because, you know, this version has Town plus Talent and Profs against Graveyard Hate. The version we played yesterday has Monument. I think I would lean towards Monument being better, but Town Talent is more flexible and lower on the mana curve. So it's, if the format becomes a lot faster or continues to become fast, then I could certainly see like Town Talent being where you want to be instead of Monument, because Monument is kind of slow, right? The one thing I do really like about yesterday's version is the mana was really smooth. The deck that we played yesterday was just Boros, and the only blue card was Oculus, so you never really had mana problems. And with the lower constraints on mana, right, because you're only really a Boros deck, you can get away with playing the copy land, the Gardens, and the Gardens is like fantastic with Monument. Okay. Suspicious. My opponent cast 2 Duresses and didn't take my 4-mana Planeswalker and suspiciously left up 2 mana. I wonder what that means. I think I will choose to not cast my Chandra. I mean, it could literally mean anything, right? It could be anything. They didn't get a priority window when I cast Scholar, though, so it's probably negate. Yeah, I think it's negate. Yeah, it could even be a boat. Bro, I'm not casting the Chandra. I know you really want me to, but you can't force me to. It's not happening. Low-key. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm down. I'm just going to keep casting the Scholar over and over again. Look, yeah, I know you're eventually going to tap that mana. Eventually you will tap mana, I promise you. Okay, second threat secured. Would have rather held up Get Out this turn, but they're flooding and pissing. Nice mana base. That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if we were just a Boros deck. I guess this is just a blue-red deck with 10 white cards. Okay. I don't see negate mana up. They don't have Spell Pierce, right? Surely it's not. Surely it wasn't Spell Pierce this whole time. I guess I'm just doing nothing. I mean, I'll attack. Yeah, I think the answer is just pass. It feels weird, but I mean, I have plenty of instants. Like, I could do a lot of shit on their turn. Could maybe like end of turn bounce Talent Scholar, or maybe end of turn bounce Bat Talent, torch the Flood Pits or something. Sure, I'll take that trade all day. Like, I don't really have to do anything. I'm ahead. Well, I mean, they know about the counter spells, so I guess I'll just do it. Okay, it's not Spell Pierce, because they didn't get a priority window. Did they really just not respect the Chandra this whole time? I mean, yeah, okay, I don't really know what we're doing here, but... Zero. They've been hard bluffing. I think they just didn't respect the Chandra. I'll hold up the torch. I could get back Fear of Missing Out, but if they go for the Sanctuary, I kind of just want to go Torch Sack Token. What's up, Dantek? Ayo. I mean, I'll just do this, right? So they can take my town, but then I can just get the town back with the talent? Well, no, because this thing is ward, right? So even if I rip a land, I can't do that. Not that I really care about the Gear Hulk that much. The Gear Hulk is not very good. Let's discard Seachrome Coast. Okay, not bad. What do we have in the graveyard? We have 2 Fear of Missings Outs. Lifelink Ward 1. Send a Fear. Discard Falls. Okay. Can't quite torch it, but can go to combat. They're at 8. I guess attack is fine because if they don't block, I can double block, and then if they use a kill spell, bro, you know I have a torch. guess they just wanted to let this happen? I mean, I'm okay with this. Helping Hand back Fear? Just so I could have 2 Fears in play next turn. It's pretty good, too. So it is Jeskai Oculus again, but again, we've started off the stream the past 3 days with 3 different Jeskai Oculus decks. Yeah, that's fucked up. What's nice about all 3 of the Oculus decks we played is they're all very different in their own way, you know? Like, they're all doing a bunch of different things, which is cool. Sack an artifact or discard a card. What if I don't want to do that? I mean, I want to get to the ultimate. So why don't we just go +2, decline, cast Talon, cast Oculus, hit for 2. I mean, I don't really know how we lose this game. Enchantment, instant, land, instant. Get Torch back pre-combat? Yeah, but like, I want to get the Oculus in play. I'm pretty sure it's more important to get the Oculus in play. Because I just don't know how they win if I do that. Making a vehicle was lethal. How is it lethal? Because they have a 4/4 lifelink blocker. Shieldred. Aren't they just dead on board? They look pretty dead on board to me. I'll block with my 5/5. Okay. So, yeah. That was that. Not so sure about this hand. Yeah, what do you have to do for Magus of the Arena? Domain. Should I put the torch back? I don't think this matchup is super great, but you have to complete one of the categories. Oh, okay. I'm only 1 away from the red one, I think. The only thing I have left to do in red is sacrifice a permanent that you don't own, which, not sure how I'm doing that. Not the color one. Oh, so the core achievements? That one I have no idea. Alright, type a 1 in chat if you think my turn 3 Oculus is going to be good enough. I better not be seeing any 1s. Because there's no shot this is going to be good enough. 0 chance. What do we type if not? Madge. Okay, I can beat that. As long as it's not Sunfall this turn, I can maybe beat that. Okay, I got 2 torches for that. It's not the most threatening. We also have Profts too. Okay, let me think. I have just sorcery right now. I can't really get to Delirium unless I draw Fear of Missing Out. So, like, best case scenario, I draw Fear of Missing Out plus untapped red source, and then go discard Fear, Torch, play untapped red source, combat, counters here, attack, untap this, they double, torch, second combat, counters here. I mean, gotta do it, right? We got halfway there. Sorcery. You You get Magus title by completing the MTG Arena Milestones achievement category. I'll have to look that. I'll look at it after. Okay, new plan. New plan. Hope they double one. I just don't think my Spell Pierce is doing much anyways. And maybe if they chump. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on. He's not dead yet. Never mind. I lied. He's dead. Never mind. He actually is dead. Surprisingly had a chance this game. Exclamation point deck. We'll give you a link to the deck list. This is the version that ChannelFireball played. Yeah, I don't really know what my plan is now. Plan is, I guess, I don't fucking know, man. Plan is maybe rip Destroy Evil to kill the Zur? Alright, I'm out. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. Domain. 3 break, 2 evil. We have a lot of disenchants. Counter target creature or enchantment spell. That one seems good. Chandra, Rel. I mean, we have a shit ton of sideboard cards. Torch bad, Plasm bad, Bolt bad. Okay, that's the easy part. Now what else do we cut? Are the Planeswalkers not good enough against them? Maybe recommissions are too slow? Yeah, I could buy that. Like, you just have to go fast with Helping Hand. You don't have time for recommission. I could shave 1 Scholar because I'm boarding in another 3-drop and the 2 4s. But I'm just not even sure that... Like, I don't know if the Planeswalkers are actually good against them. In theory, they're good against Sunfall, but, like, they just don't match up that well against Zur. You know, like, you cast a Planeswalker, they play Zur Animate, your Planeswalker dies, and like you just can't win those games. But I guess they're good if they're good enough if you can keep them off of their enchantments, which we're more likely to do post board. Getting Trip a Town. I think I'd rather shave a Scholar because I'm boarding in more expensive cards. Town's still pretty good against them because you can town 2 of your own things when they go to Sunfall. People tell me that Domain is supposed to be bad against red, but, I mean, I don't know. Go look at the PT top 8. Everybody was saying that Domain is bad against red, and both the Domain decks beat both of the red decks in top 8, so... Yeah, I know, they both flooded a lot, but still. Like, I'm almost wondering if Ride's End just changes that matchup so much. Because, like, I think before it was bad, but... I'm not so sure that it's bad anymore. Alright, untap blue source. Oh, come on. Come on! I hate my life. It's like the one that I can't break the spell to. God damn it. That's rude. Now I'm getting taunted by second break the spell. Whatever. I'm gonna beat them with a bunch of 2/3s. Yeah, it's a good point too. Domain did start playing lockdowns. So I wonder if that, like, the matchup dynamic changed with more lockdowns main and the ride downs. I could buy that. I don't know if it's gotten to the point where I would say Domain is favored against them, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as it used to be. Yeah, this is one of the spots where Planeswalkers are good. I mean, I think I'm still not in a bad spot this game. Like, I have 2 counter spells and 4 power in play. Drawing 2 more power. I don't think it's that bad. All right, 10. Discard Oculus. And then hope this is the turn they go for Sunfall. I think we're okay, though. We have basically everything covered. We have Sunfall covered. We have Zur covered. I don't know how we can lose this game. I found a way we can lose this game. It's Dave Judgment. You get a binding here? Sure. I mean, I got one fear back at least. I'm gonna do this now just because I want to use my mana more efficiently. The shitty thing about this spot, too, is they can just sack the vacuum at some point. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll discard the Spell Pierce now. I ain't doing much. Yeah, but I needed to kill the Overlord because of the I needed to kill the Overlord because of a potential Zur, so I know that I could have cycled my Break the Spell, but I thought it was more important to kill the Zur. Need to bounce Vacuum. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess them just going sack Vacuum this turn is pretty bad for me, huh? Can also Binding plus sack Vacuum. Maybe I should have bounced it this turn. Wow, okay. I like that they're not bouncing. Or, I like that they're not sacking the Vacuum. A little greedy over there, huh? The Greed Lord. I guess we just do it main phase, so I get more damage in. The Absolute Greed Lord. That's good for me. Because I almost certainly would have lost this game if they just sacked the Vacuum main phase. Hold. You have an RCQ coming up in 2 weeks. You have reps with most standard decks. No clue what the local meta is. So what's your thoughts on what deck to play? You should probably just play Domain. I think it's overall the best deck in the format. These talents aren't very good against the Vacuum, huh? I mean, I kind of want to get one to level 3. So I guess I'll do this anyways. Just target like a weak spell. Which, I mean, obviously they're gonna do it anyways, but yes, even if you're not Madness. Come on, Domain's not that hard to play. Especially when you just draw Zur all the time. Or you're Hellbent and draw Beanstalk into Binding. Oh, come on! Fuck off! Get out of here! Get out of here! Brother! Please! Draw a land! Please draw land. At least they have nothing to suck up with the Vacuum. Actually, they should be exiling their own Overlord. Okay, that's fine. It's close to lethal. Is there anything better I can do than bounce 2 towns? Oh no, it is lethal, right? It is lethal. Yeah, it is lethal. Because it's 8, right? I mathed wrong. Game 3, chat. Game 3. Game numero tres. Yeah, eat that. Eat shit, Ghost Vacuum. Get out of here. Game 3. Yeah, they literally they had 3 beans on top of their deck. They went beans into land into beans. Song request for Daniel in the queue. I kept 7. I'm keeping this because I have Pierce for turn 2 beans, but I think it's close. Look, I'm allowed to say that to beans players, okay? They deserve it. Are we holding up Pierce again? I think so. It feels weird, but I think this is fine, just playing a turn behind because I have 2 counter spells. I think this is okay. This is maybe a little sketchy if they have White Overlord plus untap land. Because they could also just go land 4 beans. I mean, they clearly don't have beans at this point, right? Because if they had it, they would have played it. Okay, I can't pierce that. Guess we Scholar. Scholar. Decline. Are we still holding up Pierce? What am I even piercing at this point? I can't pierce beans. I don't really care if they Sunfall me. Yeah, I think we just don't hold up Pierce at this point. I'm still going to keep the Pierce because... 4 Engrave. I think we gotta bin that. We're close to casting it, but not close enough. Good thing I binned it. Okay, how about a props? Any profts? Proft? Okay, okay. That's not bad. I'll take that. It's a nice Ride's End you got there. Vigilance. Really good against Ride's End. And now we can counter Sunfall if they go for it. Okay, not bad. Ley Line Binding. I'll let it resolve. I will respond. They got 2 in hand. I think we're cooking. I think we're chilling. If they go untap land Sunfall to play around Pierce, we can just double bounce. Hold. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I think I'm not gonna play the Scholar this turn because I don't want to get Sunfalled. Hold. I do not care about that. You got it, Chief. They have 1 card in hand. What do you think their last card is? I mean, it very easily could be a Sunfall, right? They're at 6. I'm trying to think, should I even cast the Scholar here? Yeah, I think I have to, because even if they even if they Sunfall, I can still just bounce 2 things. Yeah, so discard Scholar. If they Sunfall me, just bounce 2 Scholars. I think that's fine. And I do want to keep playing lands. I'm pretty sure they have Sunfall, though. 3, 4, 5. Okay, that resolves. So, end of turn, Bouncer, bounce Loran, cast Loran, kill Rest in Peace. Well, it's not lethal, because if I go untap, bounce their 2 things, they can just animate in response. And this one will have hexproof. So the town won't actually bounce the Rest in Peace. Right? Is there a different way that I have lethal? If I... Yeah, the only way I can do that is bounce these 2, but then they just give it hexproof, and then only this gets bounced. So I think this is better. Do the COT. And then I can at least lower in the Rest in Peace. Top deck, untap land, and Stormloop would do it. No, because they have the Rest in Peace in play, right? So if I cast the town, no matter what happens, it's gonna go to exile. There's no reason to cast these talents. I'll just wait. Yeah, maybe could have drawn with Loran first. Alright, streamer complains about beans the whole time. Well, guess I should have cast these Stormchasers talents, huh? It's a little awkward. Aw. Shit. Played around Sunfall, got overlorded. That's not good. I guess we can draw a card, find a kill spell? That's not a kill spell. I mean, I would say mistakes were made, but like, obviously, if I play both the talents out and they have a Sunfall, it's pretty bad for me. So I think it was fine the way that I played it. Obviously, I got punished, but I don't know. Not sure. Well, dead. The reason the nice thing about talent is it kills them a lot faster. So like in games where you're also casting a bunch of other spells, it can kill them a lot faster than Siren can. It's not that I hate limited, it's just that I feel like my audience does not necessarily enjoy watching limited, so I just don't play it, but maybe they do. Ball botch. Let's play Profs first. I don't want to discard any of these cards. I want to discard that one. Do you think anyone on Arena has that title yet? 5,000 games since the introduction of since the 5,000 games since the introduction of achievements? I highly doubt it. I'm trying to think if I want to gamble. Let's just take our 2 for 1. I don't want to gamble. I'm not a gambling man. Sometimes I am, but today, against the mice, I will elect to not gamble. Questing Druid. Just want to find a reanimation spell. You have a hard time watching limited without understanding the format. That is also a reason. That's like exactly the reason why I didn't. We didn't do watch party for limited during the PT because I didn't know any of the cards, And like, it's hard for me to commentate on games of limited when I just don't know what any of the cards do. So that's why we eschewed that. The limited format could be good. I don't know. You know, probably wanted to let me target with props first there. Just throwing that out there, you know. I think this is the worst card in my hand. Surprisingly. So give it on. Is limited further back than Historic. We played Historic this weekend. To give you context, while the Pro Tour Finals was happening and it was a domain mirror match, we played Historic. That's how much I prioritize, like, literally anything over the domain mirror match. So, yeah, exclamation point playlist. Yo, where's my reanimation spells? Combat. Bro, the Steamcore Scholar is huge. Huge. Sure. Okay. Take 6. Please take 6. I don't know. I kind of like the alchemy cards. Although the deck that we played was we played a Dimir affinity deck that only had a single copy of one alchemy card. So we didn't have a lot. But the affinity deck was sick. I liked it a lot. I ended up doing like 2 more runs after the fact. 1, 2. All right, so here, and then Torch, sack token, kill Nemesis. I take 3, but who cares? My deck doesn't gain life anyways. Oh, they have Rage? Okay, well, in that case, I'll just do this. I'll just let him have the Nemesis. Can even trade for the mouse now? Let's go Fear, discard land. Prost, hit for 8. 8/8 Steamcore Scholar? Jesus. God damn. I mean, when you have Scholar plus Profs, it's so good. Played 4-color Samwise all weekend. Yeah, I haven't really explored the historic format past the Dimir Affinity deck that I played, but it seemed like for the most part the decks were kind of fun. Like even the decks I was playing against, it seemed like a pretty fun format. Just not a lot of people play it, you know. I don't know if I should respect Ghost Vacuum that much. I'll keep in 1 Loran. How come Jeskai Oculus doesn't run Sheltered by Ghosts? I think the red matchup is good enough anyways, to the point where you kind of don't need to play that. I mean, if you wanted to make your red matchup better, you certainly could, but I don't think you really need to. It's mouse down. 1 mouse down. 7 to go. Oh. We got a 1-lander over there, huh? I have quite the opposite problem. Okay. 2 pains, though. Awkward. My mana kind of lines up really badly this game. But I do kind of want to hold up town in case they go for, like, some sort of monstrous rage, deal me a shit ton of damage. Alright, I'll Hectare for 2. Hold up town. It's like the worst land that I could play this turn, given that I have 3 more tap lands in hand, but I think I just kind of have to. Yeah, for this reason. We're going to play Jund Exhaust today, because I found a slightly different version of Exhaust. And I kind of wanted to try that one today. But it's basically Gruul, but with Overlord of the Baelmerk. So I wanted to try that one today. Okay. My face when opponent casts 1 removal spell. You're scared? Nah, there's no reason to be scared. I mean, we have them dead next turn. We have lethal on board. Everything is fine. There is no reason to be afraid. I repeat, 0 reason to be afraid. And I can assure you that. See? I mean, there's a chance, right? There is definitely a chance I can get out of this, but it's not very likely, I would say. Drop Profts into Profts? Sure, because I guess they have to Profts before I go to combat. So, yeah. You could draw 2 Profts, I guess. Well, no, because they can Cauldron the Commando now. Okay, well that kills us. Game 3. I hope they ask me at the end if I had fun this match. They have 16 cards left. Maybe if they go too deep with Ketramos, I can Loran them out. I don't know. It's possible. Did I have fun? No! Not at all. I didn't have fun this match. They use like 90% of the clock. Well, I can't even cast that. Nice. I'm 1 card short. Yeah, if we had Jace the Perfected Mind, we could win. You can have 1 more card. I don't think you have enough cards over there. Bro. Fuck off. Alright. You win. You win. This hand's good. Need land 3, but like you can't even put those on YouTube because they just take fucking forever. Like we could do a single video where that's the entire one matches the video, but why would I do that? Show them at 3x speed. Well, the thing is, there's way too much going on every single turn, you know? So you can't really do that. Excuse me. Profts. Combat. Tree. Maybe they'll kill my Scholar. Really? That's what we're doing? Okay, I'm down. I'm in. I don't mind land 5. Land 5 lets me go... No, it's graveyard. I don't need lands. Oh, it's going to the graveyard anyways, right? No! It gave me to play tapped! No! Fuck! Oh, why does it have to come into play tapped? Not like this. Not like this. Leave up blue-white, probably? Yeah. I don't care about Torch. Graveyard check. I have 4. Also, I regret to inform you that we did not draw a land this turn. It's unfortunate. Just discard Torch. Can you use the maps to put more cards in the graveyard? To fill up the graveyard for Oculus, maybe? Hardcast? I mean, I already have one in hand. I don't need a second one, I think. Have a special YouTube video where it's just a supercut of all the Roots matchups. That'd be like a 7-hour-long video, and it would only be 5 matches. Over a series of 100 YouTube shorts. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Alright, how about this? How about I go Scholar, hold up Town if they go for Zur. Now they can discard... I don't want to discard any of these cards. I think it actually might be a decline here. I think it's these two, because all of my spells are so good. And then we go counters here, let them double block. Okay, that's fine. The good news is we have both Zur and Sunfall covered. So, the only thing we lose to is untapped land Day of Judgment. I guess a second Overlord could be kind of annoying. Surely they don't have Day of Judgment, right? They definitely have Sunfall. Fine. I'm okay with that. They can cast Binding now for 1 mana because they have the Everywhere token, I guess. Okay. I mean, I can't pierce it because they have 2 mana, so we let this happen. Now we probably can't beat Zur. Is there any reason to Town bounce the Scholar? Not really. Just let that happen. Guess I pierced that. Probably can't pierce much else now. And they're at 16. If we had a fear of missing out, we could kill them. But unfortunately, we do not. So we just have to hope they don't have Zur. Can hold up Town. We're at 8. Play this. Do I have an Oculus in the graveyard? I have a Steamcore Scholar. It's good enough. Alright, no Zur. No Zur, please. Okay, maybe there's still a chance. If I do this. No, because then you just gain 12, right? Yeah, they just gain 12. They go to 20 life. What the fuck? Why do they go to 20 life? Okay, I don't know why they're doing this. Now they only go to 14? Maybe I should have bounced the Zur. Well, the problem with bouncing Zur is they get 2 flying blockers, right? So it's like, I can bounce Zur to deny them the life gain, but then they get 2 more blockers for the Scholars, and I think that's worse. But there's maybe still a chance. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Discard Pierce. Well, the second town only bounces 1 blocker. Oh, I guess I can bounce 2. Yeah, that's a good point. Could bounce 2. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, bounce Zur plus Profs, and then next turn... Well, no, because I only had 6 mana, right? So I can't replay Profs and have 5 mana to bounce their 2 blockers. Plus, it would only be 7, right? And they were at 8 that turn. Yeah, I'm just a little short. I mean, I can maybe bounce... Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on. So you're saying there's a chance? I mean, if they have second Zur, I could just bounce second Zur. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, let him cook. Wait, what? Why are they doing this? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so they're gonna hard cast Overlord of the Mistmoors. I think I take this. Yeah, I don't think I used the town yet. I think I take this. Because if I bounce the Zur, they can just use the Overlord to make 2 more blockers. But I think what I might want to do is just use the town to bounce 2 blockers. Maybe that's not good enough, though. They're 14. So if I bounce... Yeah, I don't have enough mana. 5, 9, 12... So maybe I just have to hope to draw, like, a third torch? This is tricky. This is very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. Ah, fucking Zur, man. What a pain in my ass. Yeah. Do this. Kind of wish I had a Scholar in the graveyard. I'd honestly rather get back Scholar than Oculus this turn. Because I kind of just need to find, like, double Torch somehow. I can go Talent, Rebuy Torch, play Torch, but they still have 2 flying blockers, so that doesn't do it. Red, blue. I don't know if I have any outs at this point. I'm assuming I don't. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. 3, 4. Blue. Red. Town tokens and swing. The problem with town tokens and swing is they don't have to block. They can just take 12. So I bounce the 2 tokens, they take 12, go to 2, then they just untap, go animate, kill me. So I don't think that's good enough. Yeah, no, well, so if I untap, right, I have to use 5 mana to bounce the 2 tokens, and then if I do that, then I can't draw more cards. I guess I could go land 7, fear, town, but that's only 13 damage, right? 5, 9, 12 plus 1 is 13. So they can just go to 1. If we had one of these fears in play, we could maybe, like, cook with a second combat step, but... yeah, it's just not good enough. They just go chump, chump, take 4. Damn. Yeah, we were just a little short this game. Just a little short. This domain deck is really good, huh? Maybe it'll win a Pro Tour one of these days. Of the 3 standard Pro Tours, Domain won a second Pro Tour, right? It won, I think it won OTJ, didn't it? Alright, new plan. Trade off for all this shit. No, I think it only won 2, right? Because one of them was won by Nathan. And Nathan was playing red-black. Okay, I know for a fact that's not true, because Nathan was on red-black. And I know he won a PT with red-black. You can't lie to me. You can try to lie to me, but it's not gonna... I'm not gonna fall for your tricks. I didn't really have a good spot to, like, you know, bounce, deny them the life gain, and then have, like, untap and still have more stuff available. Pretty sure Esper won OTJ. I thought Domain did, no? Was it not won by Goddard? I know Goddard top 8'd, but I can't remember who won OTJ. If you told me that Esper won, I would kind of believe you, but for some reason I thought it was not Esper. Excuse me. Oh, right. Wandering Ones won. Yeah. Yeah, Ikawa won OTJ with Domain, you're right. Now I remember. Rest in piss. Rest in peace. Make a 4/4 flyer. It is your turn. Dun, 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 dun. Was Goddard not playing Domain? I thought he was. The OTJ. I know he had, like, Bonnie Paul and Doppelgang. That is the extent of what I remember from Goddard's deck. I don't remember the entire 75. Oh, right. He was playing that deck. Yeah. Now I remember. No, you're right. How much do we want to commit into a Sunfall this turn? I'd prefer not to commit a lot. I think I'm just not going to play anything. And be content with only attacking them for 4. And then if they Sunfall, I just bounce both my creatures. Played a little slow. The only counterspell we have is Spell Pierce. Nice sunfall, bozo. Well, you ever discard Fear Talent here, and then Helping Hand back the Fear? No. I think I did this. Now that they've committed a Sunfall, I don't think I mind casting 2 Talents here. Because then, worst case, even if they, like, Wrath me again, I can just Fear, 2 counters here, you know, whatever. Okay, nice. All you have to do against Domain is simply cast a single copy of This Town Ain't Big Enough, and they just completely fold. Noted. Oh, okay, well. Look, I'll take it, alright? We count that as a dub. I guess they had to go poop. Alright, what do we think about this deck? Compared to the other versions of Oculus that I had played over the past couple of days, which were Monument and the Japanese version that top-aided, I think I like this. I guess the way that I would rank them in terms of, you know, my preference would be Monument first, then this version, then the one that top-aided. The Town Talent package, I wasn't sure how good it was going to be, but it felt pretty good. Even in games, like, you saw in a couple of games where it was able to do some stuff against Graveyard Hate. It's flexible. You can bounce mostly anything. And just like, you know, you saw that game against Domain where they played Sunfall. We got to bounce 2 of our own things. It just really gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of how you play games. Can answer permanents that your deck couldn't answer otherwise before. So I like that a lot. The main deck, like Bolt, the main deck Pyroclasm are a little bit weird. The Loran was kind of nice. I like the Loran. Definitely, you know, better. Definitely an improvement on the Oculus decks before the PT for sure.